Every year, thousands of taxpayers spend weeks gathering financial documentation to settle their debt, only to have the IRS return the application unread. These files are shoved off the table and rejected instantly, not because the taxpayer lacked hardship, but because of a simple administrative or routing error. You bypass these administrative traps by using the Form 656B booklet. This is the master blueprint that defines exactly what forms to use, how to stack them, and where to mail them, so the IRS is required to process your package. Jennifer utilized the 656B assembly method to ensure her application cleared intake without being returned. By avoiding a technical rejection on day one, she moved her case past the intake clerk and into the hands of an actual examiner for evaluation. Before you even open the booklet, you must meet 3 absolute prerequisites. Every tax return you are legally required to file must be filed. If you are required to make current estimated tax payments, they must be active, and you cannot be in an open bankruptcy proceeding. Attempting to negotiate a tax debt without meeting these baseline compliance requirements is a guaranteed failure. The examiner will not even open the envelope to look at your financial situation unless your filings are current. Once you are compliant, you can start the paperwork. Form 656B is a comprehensive booklet containing multiple different forms and detailed instructions. You must extract the specific pages that apply to your entity type. This diagram shows the 656B booklet splitting into its core components. The form that branches off to the left is Form 433A OIC. You use this strictly for calculating the financial potential of individuals and sole proprietorships. The form that branches to the right is Form 433B OIC. You must extract and use this form if you operate a complex business structure, like a multi-member LLC or a corporation. Finally, the document in the center is Form 656 itself. This is the actual contract where you legally propose your specific settlement offer amount and declare your payment terms. Matching these specific forms to your entity type provides the required documentation the IRS needs to begin a formal review. If you run a corporation but submit the individual form, the IRS will return the entire package as unprocessable. With the right forms filled out, you have to stack them correctly. At the very back of the 656B booklet, you will find the official assembly checklist. This 3D diagram shows the exact top-down physical stacking order required by the IRS. Your payments are pinned to the very top. Underneath the payments goes your Form 656 contract. Beneath that, you place your 433 financial forms. All of your supporting evidence, your bank statements, pay stubs, and utility bills, goes at the very bottom of the stack. You must send photocopies only. Never send original documents to the IRS because you will not get them back. Patricia applied this exact stacking method to a complex multi-entity package. Because her individual 433A and her business 433B were sequenced correctly, the IRS processed the file without a delay, ultimately resulting in a settlement that saved her $55,600. Proper sequencing ensures the intake clerk processing your mail doesn't misplace critical evidence. A misplaced bank statement often leads to an automatic rejection for missing documentation. Next, we secure the payments. Submitting an offer requires 2 distinct financial commitments up front: a $205 application fee and an initial down payment toward your proposed settlement. Look closely at these checks. You must write 2 completely separate checks, made payable to the United States Treasury. Threshold, the IRS waives both the application fee and the initial down payment. If you don't qualify for the waiver and you combine the fee and the deposit into a single check, your package will be rejected. The IRS routes application fees and offer deposits through different internal accounting streams. With the package assembled and funded, you have to mail it. The IRS divides the country into 2 distinct processing hubs. Mailing your envelope to the wrong address guarantees a massive delay or a lost file. This map shows the routing rules. If you reside in the western or southern states, highlighted here, you must mail your complete package to the COIC unit in Memphis, Tennessee. If you reside in the eastern or midwestern states, you must mail your package to the processing center in Holtsville, New York. Precision in addressing the envelope is the final physical requirement. Getting it to the correct desk means an examiner can actually begin evaluating the merits of your tax debt. Once the IRS receives the package, the review process takes months. Life continues during that waiting period, and you need to know how to handle financial shifts while your offer is pending. Enrolled agent exam candidates lock in on Domain 2.4. You must memorize that an offer is deemed legally unprocessable if the fees are missing, if required tax returns are unfiled, or if the taxpayer is in an open bankruptcy proceeding. Those rules dictate intake, but what happens later? Take Marcus's case. Right in the middle of his IRS investigation, his income changed significantly due to a job change. Instead of waiting for a rejection based on outdated information, Marcus utilized the specific amendment procedures located within the 656B instructions. He updated his financial disclosures mid-investigation to keep his case compliant. The 656B booklet provides both initial assembly instructions and the procedural requirements for navigating an active IRS investigation. Look at the completed state of your package, stacked in order, funded with 2 separate checks, documented with photocopies, and addressed to the correct facility. Before you seal that envelope, you must make a complete page-by-page photocopy of the final assembled package. Keep this exact replica for your records so you know exactly what information the examiner is reviewing. Send the envelope via certified mail. This establishes a legally binding paper trail of delivery, proving exactly when the IRS received your offer. If you want expert eyes to handle this assembly process so it is done correctly the first time, call 214-728-9501 or visit ebotcpaacademy.com. By mastering this administrative process, you have eliminated the risk of a technical rejection. You have cleared the path, forcing the IRS to judge your case solely on its financial merits.